Well, hello everybody, it's Richard here again. This is part 3 of the Volmar case gramophone, and I've done a little bit more work now since I last spoke to you, and I thought I'd show you what I've done. I've now managed to completely put the engine or motor back onto the motorboard, and I've also put the handle on the side. So I thought it was about time we did a test just to see what this little gramophone produces, and so I've put it back together just without screwing things down too firmly, and just to see how we go. So I thought I'd share that with you this afternoon. So I'm just going to take Mr. Panasonic off his new perch and see how we get on. So just bear with me a second while I do that. So right, here we go. So just first of all, here's the new handle, and I've had to find some extra longer screws, because obviously on this machine it goes through the support for the motorboard, goes through the piece of dowel inside. So I've had to source some of these. So these aren't quite the same, they're not quite round headed, but they're flat headed, so they look alright. I managed to find a couple that were slightly galvanised. I think they came out of a light socket at some stage, but it worked. But it all works very well, and the handle looks really nice. And the paint job on the matte paint I think looks better actually than actually on the gloss. Actually, I think it fits in quite nice with the case. I will get the case final buff up towards the end before I've put it all back together again. Now you can see that by the handle here that the motor is now back in again. Just to let you know that the bushes on the motor, the little round rubber bushes, they were fine, so I haven't had to change those. And I've also done some more greasing and some more oiling, so it's running really well. I've slightly adjusted the speed. I haven't put the speed adjuster plate back on yet. Here it is. Obviously that's a job to be done towards the end. That little piece goes underneath there, and also obviously the needle box needs to go back in, and a load of other stuff I've done, and also the lid and that. So, but I thought I'd start off by just playing a record. This the sound box on this machine was the one I had to completely rebuild, because if you remember, some time ago it was actually broken, and it was all in parts, so I've had to fashion something together, but it does work quite well. And this is a record called When Autumn Leaves Are Falling, and it's by Layton and Johnston, and it says here American duettists, and with piano, and the speed on this record is actually 80, which as we know relates to 78 in most cases, though this record actually was made in England, it says on here. But anyway, let's see what it sounds like, and enjoy it. And a slight improvisation with a brake. I'm using some Airfix paint pot with an elastic band round just to hold the turntable closed with the edge of the record here. And I mean, the actual turntable felt is in quite good condition actually. So yes. Anyway, let's see what it sounds like and enjoy. Right, let's get her up to speed. Fully wound spring.
Dream of love in the springtime, when all the world is in tune. Beneath the magic of summer, unlike the rest, I'm lonesome and walk the beat of song. That midnight song recalling, beat my heart surrender, amid that golden splendor. But just as fate intended, our happiness soon ended. My lonesome heart keeps calling, when autumn leaves are falling. Springtime brings sunshine and gladness, when youth is dreaming of love. June nights bring midsummer madness, autumn brings these sad memories. When autumn leaves are falling, falling. That's when I start recalling. You made my heart surrender. Forget that gold and splendor. But just as fate intended, our happiness soon ended. My lonesome heart keeps calling. It says I love. When autumn leaves are falling, falling, falling.
There you go, that wasn't bad, was it? That's not a bad speed actually regulation either. That's for an 80. It's probably about it is probably about 78 if it's all known. So, there you go. So yes, it sounds quite good actually. Not a bad. It's quite an old record this. Probably about the same time as the machine, so it probably fits in quite nice. As you know, the amplification for this particular machine just comes. It literally the sound goes through the tone arm, as in most gramophones, and then literally just straight out to this scoop arrangement under here. So there isn't a great deal of length of a amplification horn on this machine, but it still gives quite a good sound. And with the lid fixed to reflect the sound out, it probably sounds a bit better once it gets going. Still got some work to do on the catches here. These ones here, a bit rusty, so I'm going to clean those off. I've done some work on the rear hinges, and where are I? I don't know, perhaps you didn't see these last time, but here we go. Look, I may have mentioned in the last video. They're looking quite good now, so I need to clean those up. Spent a long time doing those with my little cleaning machine, and so it's all coming together very nicely. Anyway, just thought an update there, and look forward to your comments, and see you all soon.